And you have entered Fowl Territory. Welcome, one and all, to Fowl Territory 251.
ATF has entered the chat.
Uh-oh. Which one of them's ATF?
I don't know.
Oh, damn it. Anyway, welcome, one and all, to the show. It is Friday. Of course it's Friday. It's February the 16th. So.
Ooh, Friday the 16th?
Friday the 16th is right.
That can't be good.
It's bad. Almost as bad as Friday 13th.
Just about as bad 3 days later. Let's say hello to people out there in the chat. Gun Websites, first one out there. Second thumb up, strangely enough, but the first one in the chat. Don't know how that works, but hey. We have Defense Dad out there congratulating Travis T already. We have Mike White 2A Advocacy out there. We have Kingpin. And we have Alaska 1, Andy Artak and Daughters is out there. Optimus Prime Rib.
That name just keeps getting longer and longer.
It does.
Alaska 1, Andy Artak and Daughters.
Yeah. Jacob S. is in the audience. Duffer426 is out there. Boomstick Revenge.
He's nothing like Duffer425.
That's true. Weston Probst. Wonder if he's got a brother named Easton. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
I hope he kicks you right in the jimmy for making that joke.
Chris from the 740 is out there. Justin Grimm is in the audience. And we have Hillbilly Up out there and in here. And then, let's see, scrolling on down. Ignore the meowing cat in the background. He's just throwing a fit. Speaking of Travis T says, party time, peeps. And Obnoxious One out there and in here with the yo. And Ron Wayne with the triple ducks is out there. Let's see. People popping in on the Facebook side. We know Facebook's working now anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. It says can't post comments to some destinations.
Yeah, that would be X. You can't comment to X from Street.
I bet it can.
Well, you can, but you'll have to go to X to do it. You can't do it from StreamYard.
George is walking around behind it. He's looking for his catnip. He's like, dang it, where's my catnip?
Probably
we have
dump right behind you.
We have Misty Mrs. Wayne out there. And let's see who else. Weston says it's too early in the show to waste your jokes like that. Well, he's got a point. He's got a good point out there. All right, so 17 people out there in the chat. All right, well, we are glad to have each.
Joke's on you, Weston. That was the best one he had tonight.
That is. I pretty much shot my wad there. Yeah. So let's meet our esteemed, if not somewhat subdued in numbers, panel here this evening. Defense Dad says it's never too early for jokes. See, he's got the spirit now. But speaking of spirits, let's introduce our panel this evening.
Just call me an alcoholic.
Of sorts. But he is, well, he's to the right of me on the screen. He is from the state of North Carolina. He is the sunshine that brightens our day. He, of course, is the oracle of knowledge, the voice of reason, the man of orange, and my co-host with the co-most, the Lizard King himself, Obnoxious One.
Yo,
Yo,
I am the Lizard King.
you are. So we have Anomaly Documentaries. Fun name to pronounce.
Say it fast 3 times.
Anomaly Documentaries, Anomaly Documentaries, Anomaly Documentaries. How about that? You didn't think I could do it, did you? Didn't think I had it in me, did you? We have another panelist. He comes to me from east of here, from the Show Me state, the state of Missouri. And he hosts his own Saturday night podcast. It's called Guns, Beer, and Therapy. And that's tomorrow night at this same time. So let's welcome aboard Hillbilly Up.
Hey, buddy. I feel very honored to be one of 2 special guests on the tonight's show. They're going to have an
We're on the Tonight Show?
awesome...
How's that possible? Aren't they both dead? I think they're both dead.
Who's dead?
Oh, which one was the Dave McMahon, though?
Well, Carson's dead, yeah.
Isn't Ed McMahon dead too?
Who?
Ed McMahon?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Jay
true.
Leno's still alive.
Yeah.
Kind of.
For now, he tried to kill himself here a little bit ago, I think.
Oh, yes. Johnny Carson. Used to love to watch Carson back in the day.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Da, 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 da. Probably get a copyright strike right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I
Doc
just
be
paused it.
suing you there.
So anyway, I don't know where the rest of my panelists are. They may be boycotting the show. I didn't know of an active boycott.
I didn't know that was a possibility. I didn't know that was an option.
Well, boycotts are always possible. Let's go ahead and throw up the ticker, shall we? So
Did you lock the back door, Obi?
The back door is always locked.
So it says something about a giveaway later on with a hashtag of FT251. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not going to keep it in mind. I'm just going to put it in the chat right now.
Keep it in. You could do that too. Ron,
Congratulations, Travis T.
Ron 2A Matters is out there. Travis T did win a giveaway recently, did he not?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
On a lucky streak.
He's back on his game, so watch out, everybody. Watch out. There's Travis T right there saying, yay. Misty putting out her hashtag. So anyway, yeah. So it's been an interesting week, to say the least. He says, I'm up to 2 this month. He's going to go for 3, huh? All right. So, surprise, surprise, we're going to talk about some 2A stuff tonight, and we're going to tie it in to my world champion Kansas City Chiefs. How about that? So
I'm about them Chiefs.
So I'm going to go ahead and put up the Kansas City Strong logo up in the corner because there's something to that. Because we had a Champions Parade. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday. It was Tuesday morning.
Tuesday.
And shortly at the end of that parade, right as the crowd was starting to disperse, there was a shooting in the crowd. And several people were injured, at least one killed. So, first of all, I'd like to say, condolences to all the victims, and we wish them well. I hope this doesn't reflect on Kansas City itself as a whole. It's a good city. There's always bad actors everywhere and stuff like that. But we do have some 2A stories that were related to that we're going to take a look at this evening. So let me bring one of them. Which one do I want to start with? No, it's one I want to do last. Okay. Or, yeah, let's do this one first. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this up on the screen and we'll take a look at the story and we'll discuss it. So, as always, this is from Bearing Arms. By the way, I went ahead and paid for a subscription to Bearing Arms so I don't have to deal with the silly ads that keep popping up here. So, also allows me access to the VIP stories. And this one's kind of interesting. It says conspiracy theories appear following the Kansas City parade shooting. This is by Tom Knighton. And Tom says conspiracy theories are nothing new, and let's be honest, far too many things that were conspiracy theories just a few years ago turned out to be true. Way too many, really. But for a while, there's been a conspiracy theory that the relationship between pop singer Taylor Swift and Kansas City tight end Travis Kelce is part of an orchestrated effort to help ensure the re-election of President Joe Biden. In fairness, the two have factors that would appeal to very different segments of the population. She's one of the most influential voices for women out there, and he's a pro football player, the epitome of masculine in many ways. I can almost see where they're coming from, though I can't see the Biden bunch orchestrating much of anything successfully. Yet, in the wake of the shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs victory parade, the theorists have kicked it into overdrive. Okay. And then it goes on to say, shameless conspiracy theorists have flooded the internet with unhinged speculation linking the Kansas City parade shooting with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's support for gun control laws. Social media users are suggesting that the shooting was somehow part of a plan to boost support for Joe Biden and the Democrats by the celebrity couple. Who else finds it odd that a shooting at KC Champions Parade happened and suddenly now we have Travis Kelce talking about gun control? One conspiracy theorist mused. Oh, that's right, he's dating anti-gun activist Taylor Swift. I find it funny that when Democrats are in charge, we have more shootings in this country. The vertically integrated messaging apparatus is heating up. That Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce impassioned gun control video is coming in soon, another person fumed. This mass shooting at Kansas City Super Bowl parade seems like a perfect pretext for an impassioned gun control plea from Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Just saying, a third person said. The people were detained after a mass shooting at the parade celebrating the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl win, another said on X. Has anyone looked into any connection to the pre-Super Bowl radicalization regarding Taylor Swift and how the deep state supposedly rigging the game? In a bizarre conflation of two strange conspiracies, another user pointed out Kelce's vaccine status and his position on gun laws to supposedly tie the two together. After Pfizer paid him $20 million to promote the vaccine, here comes Travis Kelce now voicing his opinion about gun laws. What do you have to say about this douchebag, they raised? Now, I have no doubt that all of these are real. People say stupid stuff all the time. Is there anything to it? Honestly, after the revelations over the past few years, I can't completely rule it out. I'd like to, but I can't. The best I can say is that this is a lot more convoluted than the White House conspiring to get Twitter to suspend accounts critical of things, or a scientist lying to cover up for the possibility that a lab leak created the COVID-19 pandemic. Frankly, if what happened at the parade were part of a concerted effort, I'm pretty sure it would have been a lot bloodier. A lot of people were hurt, but only one fatality, which means it's not going to move the needle as far as some might like. But it should also be noted that X, formerly Twitter, is a big place. I can find a conspiracy theory being promulgated on just about any topic you care to name if you look hard enough, and some of the accounts quoted aren't exactly massive accounts with legions of followers either. It just hits people as funny that the NFL has been hyping Travis and Taylor for months. Then the Chiefs come from behind to win the Super Bowl, followed by a shooting at the team's victory parade. If a screenwriter put that into a script, he'd be told to rewrite it because there's no way that's plausible. And yet, here we are. It's happened just like that. I get why people are suspicious, and while I doubt anyone on the left could really have pulled something like this off, I also can't completely dismiss it after the last 3 years or so. To say that scares me is an understatement. All right. What do you guys have to say about that?
I don't think there's going to be a whole lot coming out of this because this never hit the news. It hit the news cycle and was gone. And I think we all know why. It doesn't fit the narrative.
Does not fit the narrative at all.
So I don't know whether this was gang related or what it was, but I know it wasn't some middle-aged white man or even some white kid because it vanished as soon as it hit.
Sure did.
They reported that 2 juveniles were charged in the shooting.
Yeah, they had a third and they let him go.
But one thing I'm not quite understanding, which I don't like to say much till I kind of have more perspective on it and facts, and I've not been able to find out why, but why were basically one adult and then all the rest were children that got hurt. I don't understand because I was watching the parade and stuff, and I mean, I didn't really understand what they were classifying as children or whatever. It just like that headline or that those numbers seem to be kind of weird to me. I mean, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying one way or the other, but with what was it? I forget how many children they said were hurt.
Quite a few.
Not shot or something.
Quite a few, like close to 20 or, well, now at least 8 or 9 went to Children's Mercy. So,
yeah. No, depends on what, the demographic of the little crowd that they were in and the big crowd. So if it was a bunch of kids there from a daycare or a school or something to watch it, then
they basically dismissed all schools for the day. So everybody could attend the parade.
Did they get like knocked down? Is what I'm asking. Like when people heard the gunshots, the crowd start moving.
I'm sure there was some of that.
Did these kids get knocked down? How that's why they were injured? I mean, I would love to have
some of them were gunshot wounds. From what I understand, just about all of them are either stable or have been released from the hospital.
Yeah, and thank the Lord for that. I mean, I'm very thankful. I've seen children was the big headline. Yeah,
right. But could it have been a big conspiracy? I suppose people like to believe that sort of thing. I don't personally buy it at all, but there's going to be people out there that do. DJ Play Nice is out there in the audience. Also, Chad Kelly. I see Tim S. is out there. So we've got some people joining us. We are up to 26 out there in the audience. So let's go ahead and go to...
I don't doubt that you may yet see the impassioned gun control plea from Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. That I wouldn't classify as a conspiracy theory.
It's already started.
I would classify that as a likely to happen. I mean, that's not a conspiracy theory. The government setting this up so that they could do that. No, that's dumb.
Well, speaking of Kelce.
Yeah, do we have to?
So
okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, gun website says the parade worth more than one life. Well, they've had these parades, for this is the 4th one or whatever, and no, that's not happened in the past.
So let's take a look at another article, also by Tom Knighton. And he says, ex-New York City Police Commissioner blasts Travis Kelce's past gun control comments. Amazing how that name still keeps coming up. And he says, not having followed the NFL for a number of years, I honestly didn't know who Travis Kelce was until he started dating Taylor Swift. I wish I didn't know who she is. Anyway, Kelce is a football tight end and apparently a pretty good one. His stats don't exactly make him look like Julio Jones, but since he's a tight end, he's asked to do more than just catch passes. But being good at sports doesn't translate to people being good at everything. It never has, and frankly, nothing does. Athletes are good at sports and might know other stuff, but some comments from Kelce have surfaced that tell us just how little he understands about guns, crime, the Second Amendment, or anything related. The comments came back up in the wake of the shooting in Kansas City, and there's at least some who are seeking conspiracies related to the shooting and the comments in particular. But just taking the comments at face value is enough of a reason to go after Kelce. And one former New York police commissioner did just that. After some shootings in Cleveland wrecked the community that year, Kelce opened up on what he believed via Cleveland.com. Kelce said, "The gun violence rips my heart out. I have to side with LeBron James on this one. There needs to be more strict gun laws, especially when toddlers are dying. We can't have that in our communities, especially when a child's future is taken away." Now, Bernard Carrick, the 40th Police Commissioner of the New York City Police Department and a New York Times best-selling author, isn't a fan of that take. He brought up the resurfaced take from Kelce, which is now almost 9 years old, and posted to X about it. Carrick ripped into Kelce for his stance. And he said, "What a moron. Stricter gun laws will not prevent those toddlers from dying because the shooters aren't licensed gun owners. If you don't want that in your communities, then start locking people up for a change. You don't need stricter gun laws. You need to enforce the ones they have." Of course, the sports site this came from ponders whether Carrick realized these were older comments, but the truth is it's kind of irrelevant. Whether it's about shootings in Cleveland or what happened in Kansas City, the truth is that most shootings are carried out by people who can't lawfully own a gun in the first place. And really, anybody who thinks LeBron is right on the gun issue is clearly as ignorant as LeBron is. Guns are not the problem. They weren't the problem in Cleveland, and they're not the problem in Kansas City. The problem seems to be the people who think the correct way to settle a disagreement is to shoot someone. That's a people problem. Even if you could get the guns out of their hands and keep them out, you're not going to end the fatal consequences of disagreeing with the wrong person. They'll just use something else to take a life instead. That's because gun control is focused on the wrong thing, the gun. But Kelce gets blows to the head, so maybe he has an excuse. What do you think about that? I think he's pretty much right on, isn't
he? Yeah. Talking about gun laws, so honestly, guys, so it was a juvenile. He had the gun illegally.
Well, they always do.
Do what?
They almost always do.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's the criminals, that are doing this, and they're not going to obey the laws.
But if we just had that one more law.
But, and I'm just going to say this, that, I don't know exactly how Kelce feels or whatever, but as you've seen them going down the parade, if you watched it, there's police cars, there's security that's dressed up like normal people all around these guys, and they're all packing. So, I mean, do they really want to get rid of guns?
As far as Kelce goes, I only want Travis Kelce to do one thing. That's to catch passes out there on the field.
Yep.
Everything else he does, I could care less personally. Otherwise, just shut up.
Let's stop deifying people because they can catch a ball or they can sing a song or they tell you the words that you want to hear. Just stop.
Absolutely. Like Tim S said, shut up and play ball.
That goes for all of them, whether it's Travis Kelce or it's Taylor Swift or it's Donald Trump. Just because he says the stuff you want to hear doesn't mean you need to put him up on a pedestal. You need to look into what
Yeah.
people are saying and
Use
what
this.
they mean.
Very good. All right. Well, we got one more, so let's take a look at that. And here we're going to talk about Missouri Republicans shoot down gun control talk after Kansas City. Now, this was interesting. As soon as the news broke, we all knew that Kansas City would spark gun control discussions. Even before we knew exactly what happened, someone was going to start pushing for restrictions on our right to keep and bear arms. God, if you read Twitter the last few days, it's horrible. It's the inevitable result of a society filled with people who blame the tool, not the tool using it. However, Missouri isn't exactly a gun control mecca. They like their guns and they respect gun rights throughout most of the state. I mean, this is a state that's been trying to nullify federal gun control. But the voices are loud. Republican lawmakers, however, don't care how loud those voices get. The shooting after the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victory parade on Wednesday, I thought it was Tuesday, that left one person dead and at least 23 shot has immediately provoked the sharpest outcry for changes to the state's gun laws in years. While Democrats and advocates of additional restrictions have called for action for years, the current fury has few recent parallels. It's one of the most frustrating things, said Senator Steve Roberts, a St. Louis Democrat, surprise, who was at the parade during the shooting. We have some of the loosest gun laws in the country. But Missouri Republicans moved swiftly on Thursday to beat back possible change. Senator Bill Eigel, a Weldon Spring Republican campaigning for governor, wrote on social media early Thursday with a warning to those he called liberal gun grabbers pushing for restrictions. Not in Missouri, he said. Even though hundreds of armed police officers were deployed along the parade route and near the rally, Eigel suggested that a lack of guns was somehow responsible for the extent of the shooting. One good guy with a gun could have stopped the evil criminals who opened fire on the crowd immediately. Guns don't kill people. Thugs and criminals kill people, Eigel wrote. Kansas City Police Chief Stacey Graves on Thursday said a dispute between several people led to the shooting. Several firearms have been recovered. 2 juveniles and 1 adult have been detained. Now, while the Kansas City Star wanted to seemingly mock Eigel for what he said, all because police were in the proximity, he wasn't wrong. The good guy with a gun isn't a myth, but the problem is you need enough of them so that there's one present when something awful happens. In this case, had one been in the crowd close enough to the shooter, a lot of damage could have been prevented. The police who were present probably wanted to get the bad guy as quickly as they could, but note the language used. They were near the rally. They weren't in it. They weren't right there where they could do the most good. Had an armed citizen been there, he or she might have done some good. But that's just a reaction to the gun control talk. What about action? Undoubtedly, a lot of gun control bills are going to be introduced in the legislature, but so far there's not any signs that Republicans, including the governor who was at the rally, are inclined to support any of it. Parson, we're talking about Governor Parson here, who was at the rally, has largely avoided talking about gun control or gun laws in the immediate wake of the Kansas City shooting. During an interview on KCMO Talk Radio on Thursday morning, the governor didn't mention the word gun and made no comment on the state's laws. A written statement on Wednesday also didn't address rules on firearms. To quote Parson, our hearts, our prayers, which doesn't seem like enough, but it's all we got to offer right now is for those kids and for those people that's in the hospital and everybody that had to go through that yesterday, Parson said in the interview. Parson canceled a press conference previously scheduled for Thursday afternoon to announce resources he planned to deploy to the southern border. Missouri House Speaker Dean Plocher, a St. Louis area Republican, on Thursday largely refused to answer questions about the state's gun laws and abruptly ended a news conference after he was asked repeatedly about the shooting. This is an unfolding investigation, Plocher, who is running for lieutenant governor, said. I'm going to reserve comment. I would like you guys to focus on actually what we're accomplishing for the state of Missouri as an investigation is going on in Kansas City. The top Republican lawmaker then went a step further when asked what he intended to do about preventing intentional gunfire. He said he believed Kansas City already has an ordinance that he said should have prevented what happened. But Plotcher then immediately said laws alone don't solve the problem. He refused to answer questions about which ordinance he was referring to. This is a time when, if they were so inclined, Republicans would be tripping over themselves to talk about the need to have some kind of gun reform. They're not. It should be remembered that 2 of the 3 suspects were juveniles, meaning they couldn't lawfully own any kind of firearm at all. That suggests what happened had little to do with the lack of gun control, but with a failure of gun control to do what proponents claim it does. For what it's worth, it looks like lawmakers in Missouri will be able to resist the gun control push. Things will settle down as people stop being irrational and upset over what happened, and the state will go back to business as usual. Which is good, because gun control didn't stop this, and it won't stop whatever is next. All right. Comments on that one?
Is murder still illegal in all 50 states?
I think so.
And DC?
I think so.
Okay. I'm just checking because, I don't know how there's any murders going on. That's illegal.
I'm going to say all this bad stuff, I'm pretty sure had laws that should have stopped it.
Yeah.
Why didn't those laws stop it?
I mean, there's some stupid laws out there, but, there's also... I'm pretty sure there's plenty of laws that were on the books for this kind of stuff, and criminals didn't follow it. What a surprise. Let's make it harder for the law-abiding people, or let's try and take it away from the law-abiding people because the criminals didn't follow it. So the next one is definitely the magic law. The next law is definitely the magic law.
Now, Duffer says, I think it's legal in Chicago.
He may be right. I haven't been in Chicago since, we left. So, I mean, they may have made it legal in Chicago now. They may have just done it, just so that war of attrition. They were... too many people were doing it. So it's just like, common use.
Now, Tim S. has a good comment going back a ways. He says, it also happened in one of the most populated areas that votes for the Democrats every time. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Kansas City.
Chicago?
Kansas
That's
City.
how... Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were still
Kansas
talking
City
about...
with a Democratic mayor, and one of the few places in Missouri, that in St. Louis, that's going to pretty much vote Democrat every time.
Well, that's what kind of aggravates
Sure, we're not talking
me.
about Detroit or Chicago or New York.
Could be. He's not wrong.
Thing that aggravated me starting out about, somebody from St. Louis being quoted that was there. I mean, St. Louis and Kansas City's 2 totally different cities. I mean, in St. Louis, if some 12-year-old walks up and asks you for a cigarette and you tell them no, they're liable to shoot you. I mean, and it is Missouri's pretty much definitely most populated Democratic, districts 1 and 2. So somebody from St. Louis, I don't think has any really authority to be talking about Kansas City. I mean, in my own opinion as a Missourian, I mean, it's like, take care of your own city, buddy.
No, but my point is that these big cities, and it's the same in Kansas too.
Yeah.
The big cities are always going to be Democrat strongholds. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, something like that happens in a big city, which invariably it will because, there's a crowd of 1 million people in front of the Liberty Memorial in Kansas City. Imagine getting that many people together. Yeah, there's probably an idiot among the bunch. There's a good chance of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's too bad. I mean, But yeah, all the laws in the world. I mean, Obi's got a point. There's already laws against what happened.
Yeah.
Didn't stop
And
it.
There's probably a couple dozen laws against.
Yeah.
What
Not to
happened.
mention, the juveniles being in possession of a gun is like, well, how did they get a gun in the first place? That should have never happened.
And one thing I want to say too, is people that's not familiar with the story and all that, the shooting was taking place after the parade and all that, and it was west of Union Station outside of a parking garage. So it wasn't like somebody was in the crowd, like in the parade, like crowd of people when this happened.
I mean, yes, there were a few people in the area because, of course, everybody from the parade dispersed, and a lot of them had walked a good ways to get there because there's not parking for 1 million people at Union Station. There's just not.
Yeah, but it's just everything I've seen. It's like, oh, at the parade, like, well, all these, people was there, and like somebody just started shooting. Is a dispute between some people after the parade and all that, and kind of outside the area.
I mean, yeah, it's too bad it happened. They need to get to the bottom of it, and definitely somebody needs to be punished. Although they're juveniles, what are they going to do to them?
Oh yeah,
Charge them as adults.
Well, that's the way it should happen. Yeah.
Well, they've murdered somebody, so charge them as adults. But I'm sure they'll do a couple of years. They'll be right back out because, especially if they're in a Democrat stronghold, we can't hold them accountable for their own actions.
Yeah, Ron, that's right. That's why I said that, Betty. Is a lot of people don't know that. They think it went on during the parade and all this, and it is really the way the news is brought out. Like, I mean, it is a bad thing. I wish it didn't happen. And I'm not taking anything away from that, but
this isn't like California breaking off into the ocean, which all of us hopes happens. None of us hopes that there's any kind of shooting and people die. I mean, California breaking off into the ocean, I think we can all get behind that. But none of us are hoping for a shooting. So, well, none of us are hoping for a shooting. Democrats actually, they salivate at it. You can tell because everything that comes out like immediately after. That's why I'm just disgusted by Democrats. It's always climb on top of those bodies before they're even cold. Get that out there and use them to push your point. Screw you.
So Duffer is asking, where did they get the guns? Were they stolen? Well, this is an investigation in progress. They haven't released a whole lot of information yet.
Yeah, kind of the same time thing, like when I just remember something that was shooting that was so quite a few years ago. They said it was done with an AR assault rifle, but they never actually showed the gun. So,
now I did see a picture on social media supposedly of some of the guns that were confiscated, and one of them did appear to be an AR, but I'm presuming that had something to do with the crime, but that's never been officially released. Somebody just happened to catch a picture of the police taking a picture of a gun. So,
yeah.
A lot of things will come out. I see that C4 Defense is out there. Hi, Sarge. Bending Ballistics. Also in the audience, Abby Finnegan is out there. So we've got 35 people out there in the audience so far. But yeah, it's a heck of a deal. More stuff will come out, I'm sure, on this, but definitely, yeah, I knew that they would be crying for gun control. The social media, yeah, there's been, okay, all you Republicans are responsible for this, blah, blah, blah. All you who voted for Trump. This is, this blood's on your hands. Blah,
Mhm.
blah, blah, blah.
It's called projection.
Oh, yeah. Tim S. says, generally in Missouri, only murder is charged as an adult. Sometimes there's a squeaker that changes this. But it reads in their Miranda rights when they inform them that murder is almost always an adult. C4 Defense, he says, watch out for falling acorns.
That's true. That's true. You got to watch out for falling acorns. I'm hit.
I don't think we have that acorn story
You don't have that acorn
in
story?
here.
Yeah, that's somebody who shouldn't be a police officer.
Let's see.
And I believe they're no longer a police officer.
Didn't they do a mag dump or something?
Oh yeah.
Not to.
Oh yeah. He did like a barrel roll or two and unloaded into his own vehicle while screaming he was hit.
Yeah, not to breach OPSEC or anything like that, but the acorn jokes that were being made in our private chat last night, I hadn't even read this story until today. I'm like, what in the world are they talking about acorns? Then I read that story. I'm like, oh my God.
Yep. That's somebody who should not be a police officer, and they're likely not anymore. And like I said in the chat, none of us know how we're gonna react until we're in it. That guy knows, and the way he reacted is not good.
Well, we got a couple extra seconds here. How about we go to Chicago?
Oh God, I'm not going to Chicago. I don't care. I'm never going back.
Oh, look at that picture.
I don't even know where that's at.
A Cook County public defender sues bosses after they confiscated a picture of her with a gun.
How do they confiscate a picture of?
So, just a couple of years ago, Cook County public defender Sharon Mitchell Jr. sided with gun owners who were challenging New York's May issue carry regime, declaring that while he supports policies that actually stem the flow of guns, prevent violence, and heal those who have been harmed, he also supported ending the way we criminalize gun possession, because he's seen firsthand the harm done by tossing people in prison simply for possessing a firearm without a license. Now, however, Mitchell is accused of violating the First Amendment rights of one of the attorneys in his office, a veteran of the Israeli Defense Forces who claims that a photo of her holding a rifle while standing in front of the Israeli flag was confiscated from her office after she tried to hang it in a common area where other staffers had posted pictures of their own. As CWB Chicago details, Deborah Gassman says the photo hung in her office without issue for more than 20 years, but that all changed after Hamas attacked Israel last fall. In the complaint, which accuses office leadership of violating her First and 14th Amendment rights, Gassman said she was devastated by the strike, which killed more than 1,100 Israelis. She became upset that few seemed to care or even were aware of the attack when she returned to work. So she decided to raise awareness by moving the photo from her office to an employee mailbox area where other employees were allowed to put photos and decoration. Executive management reprimanded her for putting it there, the suit states, and she removed it promptly and returned it to her private office. But, Gassman claims, a high-ranking deputy in the office, Paul Rowe Taylor, confiscated the picture during an unannounced and unprecedented search of her private office. Rowe Taylor prohibited her from displaying the image in her office, even though it had been there for over 20 years, the suit claims. Rowe Taylor and another executive instructed an office chief to remove the photo. They told her Skokie supervisors that the photo was comparable to a Nazi swastika, the suit claims. Here's a picture so you can judge for yourself, but honestly, I find the characterization of Gassman's photograph far more offensive than the image itself, which doesn't bother me in the slightest. There's the picture. After Gassman was told she was comparable to a Nazi, things got even weirder, according to her complaint in federal court. A week after Gassman's picture was taken from her office, she received a written reprimand from Sharon Mitchell Jr. who wrote that displays of firearms can be perceived as threatening and was a violation of the office's workplace violence policy. Mitchell also added that while there was no evidence Gassman acted with malice, the posting of a picture of an employee holding a firearm is inappropriate for the workplace, though Gassman contends that the photo had been in her office for decades without issue, and wasn't the only picture that included a firearm that had been hung in the workplace. In fact, according to Gassman's complaint, not only have pictures of guns floated around the office before, but some staffers have firearms in their own offices. Mitchell hasn't submitted his response to the lawsuit yet, but that will likely be coming in the next couple of weeks, and I'm very curious to see what his defense will be. I was heartened to see his support for the Bruin challenge back in 2021, but if Gassman's accusations are true, then it sounds like he needs a refresher course on our First Amendment right to free speech and expression. Wow. What do you think about that? Chicago politics, huh?
I'll say post them if you got them.
It evidently was okay for 20 years, and then all of a sudden it wasn't okay.
That's what she says. We don't know if that was actually in her office or not.
Wow.
I mean, it's saying.
Yeah.
I will say that she took it in there knowing it was going to cause a reaction. Now, whether she took it in because it had the gun on it or it had the Israeli flag or whatever.
I would say it wasn't the gun that the person was mad about. I'd say it was the Israeli flag.
Yeah. It's probably the gun. There's other things she could have done rather than take that particular picture in.
Yeah.
So let's see. Artak and daughter says stop mass acorns.
I think it was just one, actually. I don't think, I mean, if it had been mass, oh God.
Travis T says squirrels need acorn control. Yeah, they do. Artak says say no to acorns control. Travis T says background check for all acorn sales. No acorn show loophole. And then Artak says wait till Glock comes out with G acorn. Wow. All valid points. Now back to the story. Sarge wants to know, how do you have a private office at your place of employment? It can't really be private, I suppose.
If you've got a door with a lock on it, you've got an expectation of some privacy.
Boss has a key. Bosses always have a key.
You've got an expectation of at least
janitor
some
has
privacy.
A key.
Yeah, security has a key. Janitors always have a key. That's fact. Plus all the master keys floating around that people don't know about. And trust me, that's a thing.
Either way, nobody should have come and taken that off her wall. They should have politely asked her to remove it.
Yeah.
But we're beyond the point where the people that are relying completely on their feelings think that they have to abide by anybody else's feelings.
Just to put a cap on all this, Travis T says acorn stands for assault corn.
Holy crap.
Wow. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. He's right.
Oh, man.
I wonder if it's going to be High Point or Keltec that'll come out with a acorn rifle.
Be held together by screws.
It's not going to be High Point. They can't get. It took them 5 years to get the yeet cannon out.
True.
And they might laser engrave acorn, the Great Acorn War of 2024 on there.
That's possible. Guns and barbecues out there, by the way.
I don't know, but there's a lot of times, like I said, that the one in Minnesota, was it, who pulled her taser. or didn't pull her taser. She actually pulled her gun and shouted taser, 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 and then shot that poor dude. I'm sitting here on a computer watching it, and I'm like, taser's got Glock sights on them. I wasn't there, but that was a training issue, and it was. I mean, having your taser and having your non-lethal and your lethal on the same side in the same proximity, I don't understand that at all.
No.
But that's obviously a training issue.
Travis D says acorn patches at NRAM incoming. Oh, I'm sure they're already being designed right now.
But yeah, the guy with the acorn, that's not a training issue. That's a I don't know what I don't know what kind of issue that is. That's not a training issue. That's an excitable man issue.
Ghost acorns are the most fun, Artag says. Wow.
I don't know about you, Obi, but I keep my taser down the front side of my pants there.
Ozzy's
That's a stunner, not a taser.
That's right. Ozzy said someone piled about 6 inches of snow on my SUV while I was at work. I hate it when they do.
Doggone it, Ozzy.
Now, Sarge says High Point will advertise it, but never produce it.
Yeah, true.
It's got a point.
You can't be hating on High Point. It takes years to develop that fine quality.
Sarge also says they realized carrying your taser strong side led to more than one incident of 9mm taser discharges.
I did not know tasers came in 9mm.
Yes, they do.
They also come with Glock sights.
Abby says disarm the government, arm the raccoons. Well, there you go.
I ain't arming raccoons. Those things are.
Yeah, he's don't want armed raccoons
with their little hands. They can already get in your garbage cans. You want to give them guns?
Yeah, they'll be shooting up your trash cans.
Mark Thomas is out there. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Let's see. Tim S says Acorn Lives Matter. They're having a lot of fun with this out in the chat. Michael Dunn said the new Acorn triggers are being made. Oh, yeah. Bending Ballistic says PSA already has an Acorn lower on their website.
I don't doubt.
Oh my goodness!
Don't doubt that at all. They put that stuff up though, and then it's got a lead time on it, so they can do whatever they want.
X says 10mm acorns are the best acorns.
Man, those would sting. 10mm acorns.
We got more stopping power.
I want a lever action acorn.
That's a lot of fun.
So, do you have that story, Gizzard? Did you read it, or?
I have read it. I don't have.
Okay.
I
got bits and pieces of it. I didn't catch all of it, and so I'll go check that out deeper.
There isn't much to check out other than the video, and what happens is he's on a traffic stop, and I don't know if he's even got the guy out of his car or not. When they come in on it, it's you don't hear the acorn. All you see is the officer, and I'm going to use that word, the former officer. Let's put it that way, because I believe he's a former officer now. You see him like stumbling and running and falling down, and then he just unloads. So somebody must have seen the acorn someplace or whatever, or heard it or whatever. But what you see is him just unloading and yelling, "I'm hit! I'm hit!"
The acorn hit him?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Hit his vehicle is what I heard.
Yeah. What he has is what we call a terminal case of being a little bitch.
Now, Sarge says ban acorn 15s. Yeah, I probably do need to do that now. Tim S says 30-round acorn mag. And Abby wants to know, can I shoot acorns out of my Mossberg? Suppose you could, technically. Small enough acorns.
I bet you could.
We got a guy named Kent Nelson out there on Facebook. We also got a Mystic Guns out there in the chat.
Who are those people?
Who knows? I don't even know who they are anymore.
Michael Dunn says, "Are acorns triple-aught buck a new 12-gauge load?" That could be. Travis said the officer was allowed to resign. C4 says, "Wasn't the guy handcuffed in the back of the patrol car? He shot the poor handcuffed guy in the back."
Jesus.
What?
I thought I saw that it didn't hit anybody.
Duffer wants to know, does Henry make an acorn side gate? That'd be a pretty good size.
You probably have to.
Well,
I have to have a pretty big side gate on there.
okay, I'm gonna tell you guys, if you get the acorn gun, then you really need to use the Silici oak reflex sight. Can I tell a quick acorn story?
As long as it's quick, yeah.
Not going to involve
Okay.
shooting at all, is it?
No. We had an exchange student from Europe here. We were at my uncle's, just drinking beer or whatever. Anyway, middle of the roof, acorns are falling out of the oak tree beside the building and hitting the roof. And everybody's like, "Man, those acorns are loud." And he's like, "Acorns?" And we're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Falling out of trees?" And we're like, "Yeah, they're falling out of trees, hitting the roof. That's what the sound is." He goes, "I got to see this." So my uncle's like, "Come here, I'll show you." So they walked outside and they come back in. My uncle goes, "Well, evidently, in his language, acorn means squirrel." He thought squirrels are falling out of the tree.
That would be something to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Bob Dabalina is out there, and he says, "Sorry, Gizzard Gary, I just got here. Can we start over?" No, we don't want to go through this again. John Brown Productions is also out there. So let's go ahead and dispense with all this frivolity here, because we have some other business to take care of. We're about an hour into the show. So I want to remind everybody that gear websites, you've heard of gear websites, right? Because gear websites is your source for every Second Matters gun channels, gear, ammo ID, and more. They have patches, stickers, and other items, and every Friday is Free Patch Friday. So buy cool stuff at gearwebsites.com. But don't take my word for it. Let's hear what G-Webs has to say.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
All right, so don't forget to buy cool stuff at gearwebsites.com and get yourself some free stuff, because you can do that every Friday. Isn't that right, Obi? Every Friday? Or is it just
every
this
Friday?
I think it's every Friday.
Every single Friday. Like 52 times a year.
Even on leap year?
That seems like a little high.
That's a lot of free patches.
Yes,
I tell you what. It sure is.
Is there years where there'd be a 53rd Friday? There'd have to be, wouldn't there?
G-Web says each Friday with a Y in it. There you go.
Depending on when the 29th falls, there would be some years where there'd be a 53rd Friday. I don't see how he could stay in business if that happened. A 53rd Friday, that would probably just break him. Nothing? Okay. You thinking about that?
I'm thinking about that.
Well, if it's a leap year, you get an extra day. So that day it would be an extra one.
You're right.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right.
So if it falls on a Friday, you'd have 53 Fridays that year. I don't see how G Webs could stay in business if a leap year came, if it landed on Friday. It's not Friday this year. No, it's no, it'll be Thursday.
Thursday. Just missed it by that much.
Man, I was nervous there for just a second.
Missed it by an acorn.
Yep.
But you know what'll really make you nervous?
Acorns.
Is stuff like this.
Oh, who's the chicken that everyone loves? Gizzard Gary, who's 4'2" but stands above. Gizzard Gary, a ton of ex-wives and more to come. Gizzard Gary, who loves to give gifts to everyone. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Hi, folks. Gizzard Gary here.
Meow. We don't have anybody to do our intro, do we? Does that mean we have to use that stupid recording again? I hate to. But he's not here.
A lot of hair.
Yeah. This guy right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's that time of the show where we give stuff away. In tonight's giveaway portion of Fowl Territory, we're going to have all sorts of stuff and things to give away, folks. So get those typing fingers ready, and we're going to see what we're giving away. Gizzard, what do we have tonight for this wonderful audience?
I can't believe that he could actually not slide off the side of the screen with the way his building's tilted. In that
I know, right?
And I just want to let everybody know that G Webs has said on those years he brings an extra bag for SHOT Show patches. So that's that's how he survives. You gotta make hay while the sun shines.
Yeah, that's right.
So that you're ready for the lean years. And it's nice to know that he has a plan.
So I'm changing things up a little bit tonight because
are we not doing a giveaway?
This is the Chick-fil-A night. So normally $10 Chick-fil-A gift card. But starting now, from this point forward, if a channel member wins the drawing, I'm going to double that.
What?
Yeah.
How are you going to afford this? Now I got to worry about you when that extra Friday rolls around.
That's right.
Bankrupt. Jesus.
That's right, man.
Can you say that again, Gary?
I'm not equipped for this much worry.
If a channel member wins tonight's drawing, they will get basically a $20 Chick-fil-A gift card.
Oh, man. Guys.
Yeah.
You got to jump over and be a channel member. I mean, it's well worth it.
Right. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, prizes.
Channel member money.
Prizes. Well, we're going to start with this. It's a rather large Gizzard Gary channel sticker.
That's what she said.
Look at that. Isn't it big?
Oh, look at 2 Live Moo out there. Look, I'm a channel member. I've been a channel member for 16 months.
2 Live Moo is out there. Hello, Moo. Member for 16 months. Thank you.
Congratulations, Travis T. Oh, look at Travis T. Once again, he's got to win.
19 months. Wow. All right. Well, we got channel members galore out there with their anniversaries, and thank you, each of you, for your support. So anyway, we have the slightly smaller Gizzard Gary Reviews channel sticker. Oh, look at this guy. Hillbilly Up is out there. Member for 15 months. Give me double chicken, baby. And Obnoxious One, member for 16 months. All right, man, they're just flying in here. All right. So, we're also going to give away a Fowl Territory thumbnail. Now, that wasn't the thumbnail used for tonight's show, but that's the normal. We'll call it the regular season thumbnail. All right. So, more stickers. Oh, we got a couple more. We have Weston Probst, member for 16 months. We have Chris from the 740, member for 19 months. We have Misty Mrs. Wayne, member for 5 months. And we have, I know this guy, TheGunSnob, a member for 16 months. How about that?
Man, the members are flexing.
They're all over the place. All right, back to the stickers. We have this one, I Heart PA. I presume that's not Pennsylvania. Probably
it's not
Primary
Pennsylvania?
Arms. Ron Wayne, member for 5 months. Wow.
I thought that PA stood for plaquey arteries.
That's possible too. You might love them. I don't know. How about a sticker from Bravo Concealment, the best in everyday concealed carry? Yeah. Here's a new sticker from a company we've grown to love over the years, Lock Grips. One of their brand new stickers from
You got a
Shotgun.
new sticker?
Yeah, a whole bunch of them. He gave me a whole stack of them because I actually went and saw.
I went and saw him too. I actually saw him twice. The first time I'm sitting there with him, and then people started lining up. I'm like, hillbilly. People started lining up. I'm like, you've obviously got people waiting for you, so I'm going to bounce. And then I came back later, and he was sitting there with somebody, and he had a freaking line. I'm like,
We have Artak and Daughters member for 21 months.
yeah, suck it, Travis T. Somebody else just won.
Ozzy Osbourne, member for 17 months. And we have a guest, an unnamed guest. Should I add them to the stage?
I don't know.
Wonder who it is.
Guess
I got an idea, but let's see.
Undisclosed gender?
Mm-hmm.
It's Acorn.
Is it an undisclosed or an unknown?
Just because I can't see it doesn't mean I don't know it.
I knew it. I knew that's who it was. How you doing, Snobby?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Good.
How's the Forerunner?
What?
How's the Forerunner?
I haven't bought it.
All right, so we got a sticker from Sylvan Arms.
Stop acorns.
We have a couple stickers here from DM Foss. We have the Papa Smurf. And we have the Donut Pseudo Way of the Hole. Has he got a pickle in his hand or what is it? Oh, it's a donut.
Might be.
Almost looks like a
Pickle in the hand is worth two in the bush.
There you go. Justin Grimm, member for 1 month out there. How about that? He says, congrats, Travis T. I like that. All right. Sticker from Gun Owners of America. You've heard of them. All right. And a sticker from Reloading from the Hot Pot. And you may or may not have heard of these guys. Live Free Armory. I believe they're true American manufacturing. Something about an Apollo 11 or something like that. Now, here's a company that happens to be having a President's Day sale this weekend. Excess Sights. The fastest sights in any light. And this weekend, you can pick one up for 30% off. That goes through the end of the day Monday. Yeah. Because they're cool like that. Defense Dad's been a member for 10 months.
Lame.
So we have 2 stickers from MTM Case Guard. I see Nutties out there. Speaking of acorns. I got to turn this the right way. Guess that's the right way. It's close anyway. A decal from Taurus. That's a lot of bull there. And a couple more stickers. We have this from armaspec.com. And one last one, probably the biggest one we got. This is from Franklin Armory.
You don't have one bigger than that?
Not currently in the roster of things to be given away this evening. Let's put it that way. Well, I do have a few more stickers because we are giving away the Sticker Mule package tonight. That's right. So you're going to get this Sticker Mule sticker and their sister company or brother company or whatever you want to call it, Stimulus. You're going to get the mule sticker. You're going to get the coaster, which says Mule Sauce, hot sauce that kicks ass.
Well, wouldn't that be an ass kicking?
It would be. I love that guy flying through the air. That's great. And to go with that, you not only have to imagine what mule sauce tastes like, you actually get some samples.
Those little tiny patches on there?
No, those
It's
are
actually good stuff.
There's actually little containers full of
Ketchup packets.
mule sauce. Yeah. There's like three of them.
It really
here.
does taste good, but
it's good. I got a bottle of it in my fridge. You darn right it does. And then patches. A lot of people think we don't need no stinking patches. Well, you might need some stinking patches. Hillbilly Up looks like he just gifted a Gizzard Gary membership, and looks like Jacob S. received it. Well, thank you, Hillbilly. Very cool.
You're welcome, bud.
I have my back turned. How about a patch? How about a patch from Franklin Armory?
Yep, that's Franklin.
How about a patch from Anderson?
That's also a patch. You were like 100% on what is a patch and what is not.
I did my homework before I started this show tonight. Practice this. I'm lying too. That's beside.
Okay, quickly, what is that? Is that a patch or is that a sticker?
That is a patch from Gun Owners of America.
You're killing this. You're killing
100% so far. Mm-hmm. Let's go 4 for 4, shall we? We have.
Which is it? Which is it?
Patch. From SHOT Show 2024 from Palmetto State Armory.
On your game tonight.
That's right.
I'm not sure what that game is, but you're on it, boy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what my game is either. And you're going to win this and have to brush some stuff off of it. You're going to get this brand new hat from this wonderful company called CV Life. I guess they have CVs. I don't know.
For life, yo.
Civilian
life.
Civilian life, man.
That's right.
They're actually a Chinese seller that a few of us stopped in at SHOT Show to try and talk to, and it was definitely unproductive.
They didn't say what civilians are, what country they were from.
Well, that's true.
You're going to win all that stuff plus a Chick-fil-A gift card of either $10 or $20, depending on whether or not you're a channel member. All right. I see Honcho Fets out there in the audience. Wow. We got 42 people.
Do it now.
In the audience. Well, first I got to display the thingy.
Yeah, you start talking about pulling out double Chick-fil-A cards, people's going to show up.
I know, right? Okay, so we have, let me get myself off.
Why is it so tiny? Is that what you said?
I was just about to say that. How about that? All right, so
Travis T, you're tonight's winner, chicken dinner.
Here is the giveaway tool. So we have 34 people entered, 43 in the audience. So
do it now. This is ridiculous. There's too many people.
Okay, so here we go. Let's see who tonight's winner is going to be. Travis T. Nope.
What? I don't even know this name.
Our winner tonight is Mr. Bob Dob.
You're tonight's winner, chicken dinner. Please send your mailing address to winner@gizzardgary.com and he'll get this stuff shipped right over to you.
That's right. Yep. So, Mr. Bob Dobalina, congratulations. Please email me at winner@gizzardgary.com with your government name and mailing address so I can send this out to you. And, yeah, congratulations.
Look at you, you saved $10.
First time winner. First time winner. So that's cool. See, everybody wins, not just Travis T. on
Anyone
this
but
show.
Travis T. Hashtag.
So, anyone but. All right.
You
so,
almost makes a person think it's rigged since Travis didn't win.
that was what you call super exciting, wasn't it? I think
Barely
it was.
contain myself.
Well, so how you doing, Snobby?
Wonderful. Just freaking wonderful.
You sound like you're doing just freaking wonderful. Can we make your day better? I hate to borrow a phrase from Hillbilly here, but what can we do to make your day better?
Chick-fil-A?
No. I can't say what I really want to say. Dumb bitches should learn to stop at stoplights, and then if they're not going to stop at stoplights, they should also carry insurance on their car.
It sounds like you just said it.
Yeah, you said the quiet part out loud.
Worse. I was going to say something way worse.
It's a
Something
good
about
thing your
next
label
Tuesday?
says guest of an undisclosed gender.
Uh-huh.
Nobody knows who you are now.
Yeah, I know. I'm not good.
You're incognito, bro.
Incognito.
The new truck didn't get a scratch on it, did it?
No, my truck's good.
That's what's important.
Moo, I totally agree, and I won't say what you just texted me on the air.
So Vince Dad says, so Snob is buying a Toyota?
I don't know. Karen is buying whatever.
Well,
Her car got a little squished.
got
just
banged
glad that
around
the
a little bit.
I'm just glad that the insurance company finally decided that was enough.
Yeah. Third time in a year's a charm.
So Sarge wants to know, so Snob, did the government service, fire, EMS, and police come help Karen when she was victimized by that bad driver this week?
Yes.
Well, good. It's a good thing. I'm glad she's okay.
Yes, I am too glad she's okay. Or wait, yes, I too am glad she's okay.
Oh, man. Now, Mr. Bob Dobalina, he says, I'd like to donate my winnings to Hillbilly Up. I know he's a huge fan of the chicken sandwich. Wow.
Buddy, appreciate that. You don't do that, though, but man.
That's up to you, buddy. I still have the giveaway tool open. But, yeah, you're definitely entitled to it. If you want it, it's yours.
Wow.
And you can be the winner of the chicken dinner.
Hillbilly down. Oh, wait, you're still up.
And I have your address.
Yeah.
It's 123 Ozark Mountain Way.
Yeah, my phone number is 7006.
I thought it was BR549 or something like that.
You get the card a lot when you dial that one.
Oh, that's right. C4 says, I am actually glad she's okay. She's a nice lady.
Part of it was probably true. I don't think all that statement was true.
You know, they say only the good die young.
Now, Mystic Gun says, the things I have to do to get a new vehicle. Yeah.
We don't want to talk about those. Please, no.
She also says he's lying. He was hoping for the life insurance policy. Wow. Honcho
That
Fed
would have been the quiet part that I didn't say out loud.
Honcho Fed says, "Hey, Gizzard Gary and folks, hope everyone is doing well this fine Friday evening." Yes, we are. Mr. Bob says, "It's my pleasure. Hillbilly Up does so much for the community. I think he's earned it. Glad I could do something for him too. Just trying to make someone's day a little better." There you go.
Man.
I think you did it.
Yeah. And I will tell you this, the last time I got a Chick-fil-A card, won a Chick-fil-A card from Gary, my wife snatched it right up and she said, "To Gary, that was a wonderful lunch." So
Now, Hillbilly Up is a channel member.
you don't have to double, buddy.
You got to take the missus out to eat too. I mean, you should feed her anyway. Don't have to, I guess. But
She just eats most of my waffle fries off my plate.
I don't even know if you can get a chicken dinner at Chick-fil-A for $10 anymore. You probably can't.
I know. I start with the iced tea and then see how much I have left. Iced tea, waffle fries, and then I go from there.
Well,
I just had breakfast at Chick-fil-A for under $10 this morning. Dang it! I still have a $10 gift card from Gizzard Gary from like when he first decided to do this.
Hopefully
I
it's
never had
still
to do
good.
Yeah, no, I need to cash that in because I eat breakfast there all the dang time.
Yeah, we will definitely feed you. All right, so we still have 31 people here. We still have some time left, and I do believe it is time for our next segment of the show, and I might just have somebody here who could tell us about it.
Well, I was going to tell a quick story first.
Oh, you
Little
can.
anecdote. Yeah. So, funny story.
Okay.
Little chick. We're gonna name her HR for short. I don't know what her. Actually, I do know what her name was, but I can't pronounce it. That hit Karen. Told the officer at first that her car was out of oil, so she was unable to stop. And then he
Brake
basically
oil?
told her that made well, no, it wasn't brake oil, just engine oil, I believe.
Maybe she's
He
that
basically
blanket.
told her that made no sense. So then she proceeded to tell him, well, the car in front of her went through it, so she was just right on her tail and went through it too. And he put on the police report that it happened to have video footage because it happened right in front of the courthouse. And apparently, which we're trying to get that. But apparently there was no other car around and her light had been red for quite some time or a considerable amount of time, or I forgot how he worded it on the report. But I thought it was pretty good that she just completely was making stuff up.
Wow.
But she gave him an insurance verification.
Yeah.
And then wondered why our insurance came and picked up the car and already decided it was totaled, and their insurance still hadn't contacted us. So we wondered why. Oh, we figured out why real quick when we contacted them.
So it wasn't legitimate, you say?
Wasn't still good.
Wow.
What'd you say?
It's too bad there aren't laws against that.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Not having insurance.
It's a damn shame.
All you got to do is call the general.
Or running red lights, or, if you had laws to stop that, accidents wouldn't happen. It's kind of like when they passed the DUI laws. Now nobody dies in alcohol-related accidents and stuff like that. Thank goodness for those. Yeah.
But now it's time for, guess what?
What?
It's time for Show Us Your Guns.
We can show guns?
Well, not live, not in the hand.
Well, Snob
Hanging on the wall or
Honcho says lights are just suggestions anyhow.
Now, apparently,
in Vegas,
they actually are.
That's true.
They don't mean crap in Miami. I'll tell you that.
don't mean anything in Vegas either.
Nor Claremore.
All right, so this is show us your Gorn. So if you have Gorn you want to show on the program, send that to gorn@gizzardgary.com. And if you do so, please include your channel name in the email so I'll know who sent it. And please Ensure that all firearms are shown on a table, stand, or other surface, and not in anyone's hands like snobs. Otherwise, they'll take my live stream down. So,
We wouldn't want to lose this live stream. It's amazing.
oh no, no. So let's see, Gorn, you say, and I've got some Gorn, and since it was sent before the Gorn segment, and I thought this was kind of appropriate, I want to put this up because it's very, very appropriate here. And this was sent by Artak and Daughters. So we were talking about acorns earlier. So we have a sticker here from White Oak Armory. It says, "Protect your nuts." Probably should if you're going to be using acorns as ammo, man. Protect your nuts. I like it. All right, so I do believe out here in the text, I might have a little bit of Gorn for you right here from my co-host, the obnoxious one. He sends us this. What are we looking at here?
You're looking at a picture that should have been turned the other way, isn't it?
Oh, do I need to rotate it?
Yeah, I thought they were all taken the right way. My phone failed me.
There you go. I fixed it for you.
It's a Henry Big Boy Silver 44 Magnum. Pew. Pew pew.
Oh, Henry.
Pew pew.
Does it go pew pew a lot?
No, I go pew pew a lot. Oh, you said pew pew, not poo poo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You had to go there.
What, did
Gotta
you
go
expect anything
somewhere.
less from me?
No, I did not. All right. Let's see. G-Web says, in my opinion, if I'm in Claremore and there's a red light between me and Hugo's, it's a yield at best. Well, that's fair, but you watch out for that train, though. Don't yield, or you better yield to the train, that's for sure. All right. So there's more. Let's see if they're turned the right direction or not.
They're not.
I'll fix it.
Completely failed.
I'll fix it for you.
Are you new at this? Is this your first day?
We're trying to get him squared away. It's all good.
Did you just say squirted away?
Squared away. Look at this.
That.
Murica.
Macrotech.
That is a Macrotech. The one you got coming is a Microtech.
That's fair.
Little baby knife.
Yeah, but it was cheap.
Same size as mine.
Yeah,
well,
but
you got little tiny carny hands. I can't wait to see that 85 in Snob's hand.
Here's
Well,
my
I wouldn't have got an
85.
85 if some dickhead
Yours,
would have
it
told
looks
me
like
about
a full
this sale.
size. Looks like a full size in your hand.
It does.
Mhm.
It was made for me. Yeah, it'll look cute in Snob's hands.
It'll be here
America,
Tuesday.
baby.
All right. Let's see what comes up next. Let me give it a turn. To every picture, turn.
I thought you were gonna sing "I Spin You Round."
Spin you right round, baby, right round.
Benchmade.
Benchmade Anthem. They don't make those anymore.
That's a collector's item. I thought about going back and seeing if dude still has that gold class.
You should, because it's
From like 2 years ago, you'll get it at a deal if he's still got it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
lowball him big
No.
time and see.
if he's still got it, even if you pay full price, you're getting a deal on it right now.
Well, considering what it would go for now, yeah. I may make that trip one of these days. Almost did. Okay, there's one more in this collage. Let's see what turns up this time.
More than one more.
Well, there were 4 in there.
Oh, knives?
Pictures.
Did it separate them out? You should have 7 pictures.
It said 4, but I'll look at it. Anyway, we've got a buck here.
Buck. Those also are not made anymore. Why did it?
That's not your granddaddy's buck.
Well, you got
I'm
4
coming
and
up with a line of knives that are called does.
you got 4 and 4. I don't know why it did
Oh.
that.
Does that handle micarta?
Yes.
Thought so.
Or no, that's G10.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Mhm.
Looks like micarta almost.
It's a ground combat knife. They don't make those anymore either.
That's a nice looking knife.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he sharpened it a time or two.
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm.
Just has a heck of an angle on that. I don't know how thick that blade is, M.A.
It's like 2 inches thick. It's more of an axe than it is a knife.
Okay. 2
Dang.
inches. Dang, that must be a heavy son of a gun.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's probably why they stopped making them. They only charge like $10 for those. They probably lost money.
Could take
Or
$50
suspenders.
worth of me.
Where's suspenders if you carry that in your pocket?
That's
Too
right.
much
I'd hate to
speed.
see the sheath it goes in.
Yeah. And Snob's gonna start a line of knives called does. I'm gonna start a line of knives called back straps.
Okay, now how does this work?
I don't know. For some reason, it sent you 2 packs of 4.
What in the world? Oh, there.
Do you even know what you're doing anymore? Either one of you two?
I sent them all at the same time. Apparently, my internet couldn't handle it.
They arrived like hard seltzer packs of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there. There we go. Okay.
I said thank you again for your support.
Well, hopefully this will be the right picture. If it's not, let me know. I'm pretty sure it is because I saw this earlier.
Mm-hmm. You're hiding the whisper pickle with your logo.
Hold on.
Is that asphalt
That better?
camouflage in the background?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that light so far forward?
Shut your ass.
Why is it on the wrong side,
You
actually?
can't even see the light. And
I know,
again,
'cause it's on the
shut
wrong damn side.
shut your ass. That was a one shot. That was a single shot AR today earlier.
First time building ARs or what?
No, I took that one and got it pinned and welded, and apparently he decided to crank the gas block all the way down.
That is suboptimal.
Mm-hmm. So of course I didn't bother to test it until I'd put all the, all the other stuff on it, which I had to take all back off so I'd get the handguard off so I could adjust the gas block.
What a nice muffler you got on the front.
Okay. Let's look at the next one here.
And I took a couple shots with the whisper pickle on it, and then I took the whisper pickle off of it. Just Yeah, it's considerably louder.
Dang. Got my attention.
There's
America.
America right there, folks.
America.
Along with a red, white, and blue sling.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon special or what?
What? The sling?
Yeah.
No. It was an Etsy special. Thank you very
Oh.
much.
Either way, it was made in China, but you know.
Oh, actually, I don't think it was
No.
made in China.
Yeah, Etsy was probably some poor little girl named Arminthia in Texas tying that sling together and selling it on Amazon.
That or he knitted
on
it
Etsy.
himself. One or the other. I like it. I don't care what Snob says.
I didn't dislike it.
No, but you made fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'm going to have to rotate this one.
Because that wee's terrible.
Luckily, I'm a pro at rotation.
Ain't the size of the boat, it's the motion in the ocean. That is, apparently, I'm told that that's the heaviest rifle that I own.
That is the heaviest rifle I've ever carried for 3 hours.
That is nice.
I should have just left it leaned up in the corner. I love that gun.
It's pew, pew, pew. Yeah, try and buy that gun now. They're twice what I paid for them.
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine.
I don't know how I don't know how Ruger's doing it. I really don't. I don't know how they're getting double Henry prices. People are buying them. I don't understand it.
What caliber is that one?
They're 57.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. And then there's one more here.
Is this looking obnoxious as pictures or?
Yes.
It usually is because people start slacking. People started slacking. We don't get any stuff anymore.
Luckily, Obnoxious has enough things we could do different pictures each week and go half a year before we have any repeats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be doing that on Nightstick Lights starting next week.
Mm-hmm. Hate you so much.
I haven't heard of that company Prototype.
No, that's my Sports World Tulsa purchase. It's a Benchmade titanium monolock.
I need to go take her book.
I know Tim S. He might own a gun ship and a gun shop. I don't know.
He could own a gunship, I suppose. He's got a pond out there.
That'd be a really small one.
All right, now we have some stuff here from Snob.
Oh, you have my permission to do your thing on the one picture.
Do my thing.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Whoops.
I don't know how he's going to do it, but
I forgot to hit. Ow, that silly thing wants to.
Oh, you want him to do his thing where he
yeah. Some of those
zooms.
pictures my mom took, and they were probably live photos because she doesn't understand how to turn that off.
Yep, so I have to figure out.
I turned it off on some of them, but I probably didn't on all of them.
Is this your first day?
It is indeed his first day.
No, I just forgot about it on the first few I sent, I think, or so. I don't know.
Let's see.
It doesn't look that bad in that picture. That's not the one I had permission to do the thing on, but it's fine. That's
Airbag
parked on the
definitely.
sidewalk, by the way. She just went ahead and parked it on the sidewalk after that.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
How many times has this
Well, they
rig
can-
been in battle?
Do what?
How many times has this rig been in battle?
3 now.
3.
Yeah, one person ran a stop sign. The deer failed to yield, and then this person ran the stoplight. She does
So
not
it's
have
getting
good luck with
retired,
that.
huh?
Yeah, that's a view from my mom's office. This was after the fact. We were on our way to the hospital because I thought Stacy was dying.
So this is a perps vehicle here.
Yeah, there's a better picture with the piece of shit in the picture.
Okay, and of course it's going to open with photos. All right, so we'll make it work.
There you go. You can zoom up on that one. Let everybody know about Miss Kayleen.
This one here?
Yeah.
I presume one of those firemen wasn't driving it. So
No, I don't think so.
yeah, that's hard on a car, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm sure the bank's gonna be proud of that one when they repo it
yeah.
from the wrecker yard because you know she ain't going to get it out.
Yeah, looks like her airbag deployed too.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's airbags deployed. Look at that car in the background. Their airbags are deployed as well.
Probably. Okay, and I believe.
I think there's only one more.
I remember this one.
Somebody made this, and I thought it was pretty great. I almost posted it on Claremore Complaints.
Should have.
Thought about it.
Hey, you can't park there. You can't park there.
Somebody thought it was funny.
Yeah, she's going the wrong direction in that lane. They hit her hard enough to spin it all the way around. The cop said in the video it actually went airborne.
Holy Jesus.
Too bad you don't have the video to show us.
Oh, we're trying to get it. Maybe my next week we'll have a video of it.
So Sausage wants to know what the kitty's name is. Kitty's name is George. This is
Did Mystic spill her beer when that happened?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah, 9:00 in the morning. Yeah, probably. Second beer.
Well, yeah, you got to get that first one and get out of the house.
That's right. Yeah, Chicago Mike says, hope they have some insurance that can cover that. Well, one of the people involved had insurance to cover it. Let's put it
Luckily,
that. Thank
the
goodness.
person not at fault had insurance.
Yeah.
That's the same way it happened to me when I left Illinois and my trailer got hit.
The person not at fault had insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have some Gorn here from Mr. Bob Dabalina. Mr. Bob Dabalina. And he says, Browning Buckmark. It doesn't look real fancy, but I can shoot quarter-size groups at 10 yards with it.
Nice.
Snob's going to start making Browning dough marks.
Probably.
Defense Dad, I have a dog that answers to shithead.
And then we have another one here. Let's take a look at it. Again from Mr. Bob, and he says, everyone needs a Heritage 22.
Wood looks nice on that thing. Actually, it looks like the grain.
Yep. Okay. And then we have this from Mr. Chicago Mike, the shooter. He says, zeroing the Bluetooth burriscope.
Nice.
Sweet.
I just glanced at that and I thought he had on a top hat at first.
Why would you think that?
I don't know. I just got a barely quick glance. I was like, is that a top hat? And I was like, oh, that's a GoPro.
How did you even come to that top
I
hat?
do not know. I'm just telling you that's what I thought.
I'm upset that he's flagging us with that finger gun.
Mm-hmm.
Not cool,
That
dude.
is not a top hat.
That cool dude flagging us with a finger gun like that.
That is a GoPro on top of a hat.
Yes, it is.
That is.
I have one of those mounts.
So
on.
that is a top GoPro, not a top hat.
Top hat GoPro. I don't know. I'm tired of shit. Give me a break.
Well, last week you went home and fell asleep.
He's got to get his rest so he can catch Beyonce at Tulsa.
Sleep for a few minutes, or sit down for a couple minutes.
So, Defense Dad says, Bluetooth scope, WTF, does it have surround sound? Maybe.
Better.
It'd be pretty neat. Mr. Bob says, I paid 150 beans for the Heritage, and it came with a Magnum cylinder, too. Nice. Chicago Mike says, Snob, stop talking. Hello.
I agree.
Let's see. Whoa. What is this? Aw.
It's blowing his ear.
Not gonna do that.
All right, so I want to remind everybody that after this is the weekly 2A wrap-up on the gun websites and the Daily Gun Show.
Is that where they wrap up the 2A of the
They
week?
wrap up the 2A. They wrap it up so you can take it.
Do they put a bow on it?
Now, I don't know about that. You'd have to ask G-Webs.
Wrap it up. I'll take it.
There you go.
We're
All
not
right.
gonna take it.
So let's go ahead and segue. I don't have a segue, but
I'm gonna one wheel.
okay. We're going to go into the What Did You Learn segment as we run this show to the end. By George. So in this segment, we ask all of our panelists, what did you learn? And they tell us if they learned anything. And then they plug their channel, tell us what they got coming up. So we will start with my co-host, Obnoxious One. What did you learn?
I learned Karen can't park there.
Can't park there. That's absolutely 100%.
Hey,
true.
you can't park there. You can't park there.
All right. What have you got coming up, buddy?
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
I dropped a video on the perfectly sized 365 today. If you want to go check
I
that
did
out.
not watch that.
I think I saw it before it came out. You know how?
You couldn't have seen it before it came out.
I saw it before it went public.
You could have seen it before it went public. But you couldn't have seen it before it came out.
But how did I see it before it went public?
Because I sent it to you.
Because I'm a channel member.
Oh, there's that too.
Oh, yeah. You can see Obi's videos early if you're a channel member.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even
Yeah.
want to watch them when it's time, let alone early.
I don't blame you. I don't want to make them, but you know.
All righty. Well, thank you for being here, sir. Always appreciate it. So let's go to Hillbilly Up. What did you learn?
Well, I learned quite a bit, but I think I'm gonna like do something out in the future that very soon in the future, since Beyonce started singing country music, the Snob will be going to a concert in Tulsa and watching her.
Probably. All right. And what have you got coming up? I know you got a show tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, buddy. Well, thanks for having me on here, first of all. And
Of course.
yeah, we got Guns, Beer, and Therapy coming up tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. So if y'all ain't doing nothing, swing by and say howdy.
We'd love to have you join us.
You betcha.
Yeah.
Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we'll be having our 1776 giveaway party on Guns, Bear, and Therapy. So that's going to be a lot of fun. When we give away?
I said you're a few years late for 1776.
Maybe it's his 1776th show.
Could be. He goes live 3 or 4 times a week, so he may have it.
That's very true. It is 1,776 subscribers. And so I love that number for a reason.
What if you gain another subscriber between now and then? Or lose one?
Well, we'll have to, like right now, we're going to be having the 1,800 subscriber giveaway, but we're still going to call it the 1776.
See, I feel like this is false advertisement.
Definitely false advertising.
Yeah. Past history.
You'll be hearing from my lawyers.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get their number? I need an attorney.
So if you get a letter from something that says Dewey, Cheatham, and Howell on the letterhead, you know you're in trouble. All right. So everybody should tune into your live stream. Could they win something? Possibly.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're going to black knife.
Oh, you mean one of these?
They could win a black knife. Yes, most definitely. That is quite the possibility. If you're not in the Skinny Black Knife Club, you have a chance to get one and be in the Skinny Black Knife Club, I guess. So,
all your cool kids are members of that club. Pat and Bunkers out there says, sorry I'm late. Hope it was a good show.
Nope.
It's a show.
Yeah, it was a show.
Okay. Is that it, Hillbilly?
Yeah, I believe so, buddy.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. And let's go to my last panelist here, the TheGunSnob. What did you learn in the short time you were here?
What do you want from me? I've been here for half the dang show.
Okay. For the half show you were here, what did you learn?
Probably over half, technically, because you went live late as crap tonight.
He did.
So I feel like I've been here over half. And I didn't really learn anything. It was pretty terrible, actually.
Well, I'm sorry.
Mainly because I was here.
We'll try to be more educational next time.
Yeah.
We'll try to learn you something. What do you got coming up?
Car shopping.
Car shopping. Okay.
Yeah, if anybody wants to go deal with sleazy car salesman, let me know. I'll just give you the money.
While you're out doing that, up that life insurance a little bit too. Might not be a bad idea. Good idea. Is that it?
I found her a lime green one that was pretty bright and stuck out. I thought it might be a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to avoid a white one with a red target painted on the side of the thing.
I think she needs a bright color. I found her red. She doesn't like red. I don't know. I think she needs a bright color.
I think so too.
I'd try to get like a black and white one with lights on top of it. Maybe people
That's not a bad idea either.
She's not a pig.
Ooh, wow.
Maybe you can get her that new Cybertruck that's fixing to come out.
Yeah, I actually did see when we were looking at one of the Forerunners. I did see a EV Hummer for $116,000.
Oh man,
You didn't drive it home?
I did not.
the sideways steering on that is so cool, though. I will have to say that.
All right, let's get off the air here so G Webs can go on
Get
with
off.
his
What are you waiting on?
weekly 2A wrap up. So I want to remind everybody, I want to thank everybody for watching tonight's program, whether you watched on YouTube, Facebook, or X. Thank you for watching, or any of the other platforms in replay, or even listen to the podcast. Thank you very much for being out there. Thanks to everybody out there in the chat for their contributions. Thanks for everybody who sent in Gorn. Thanks to all of my panelists, and a special thanks to all you channel members out there on YouTube who help to support me in my efforts. Want to just give everybody a heads up that I am at 2,987 subscribers right now. So we are coming up
86.
on 3,000 subs.
85.
So we'll probably do something special for that here. Upcoming 3,000 subs. Yeah, thank you for each and every one of you.
You're going to do it when it's
Help
actual
with that.
3,000 subs, or you're going to cheat like Hillbilly does?
I'll probably do it right. Do it right. But anyway.
I'm just glad you're giving away that gold class Benjamin for your 3,000
Yeah,
subscriber
you
mark.
betcha.
That is pretty impressive.
So
You really care
anyway.
about these folks.
Oh, if you don't cheat, you have to give it away in 3,000.
So anyway, thanks everybody, and I want to leave you with this. If anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms,
Tell them to
You-
get bent.
give them the bird.
Oh.
That's right.
What
Give
kind
'em
of
the
bird? A parakeet? Macaw? What?
Something
Crow?
like that.
Toucan.
Toucan. That's
Quail?
gonna be it.
Dove?
All right,
Swallow?
So panel, this is your
Peacock.
chance to throw in your last minute shout outs before I hit the closing credits. So here
Hey,
you go.
obnoxious. Hey,
What was it?
obnoxious.
Hmm.
What's the bird of true love?
The swallow.
I thought it was a peckerwood.
Wow. On that note, everybody have a good evening and a great weekend.